morning. It is a cool winter's morning, not cold, cool. And we're going for a ride today. Going down to drop some gear off to someone for the upcoming winter ride. Some heated gloves. One of our riders has some issues with cold hands, so even with the heated grips he still gets cold hands, so we're going to drop some heated gloves off to him. He's been a mechanical job all his life, where he's working on vehicles and trucks and other sorts of stuff, and of course over the time banging hammers and spanners and using your hand as a spanner at times when you shouldn't. Eventually all the nerves go in your hands, and you end up with fairly poor circulation, and that's what's occurred for this bloke. So I'm going to put some heated gloves on him for the winter ride, and hopefully that'll stop the cold hands that he got last time we went on a really cold ride. I don't need the heated gloves. My heated grips work just fine. And you're thinking, oh, well, you mustn't have been a mechanic or something. Well, I was a avionics tech, but us electronics guys, we're a bit softer than that. We don't tend to bang things. We tend to twist and turn things, but yeah, not so much banging of hammers and spanners and things, especially on aircraft compared to trucks and things. So yeah, it's not something I need. I bought them to go to Tassie. I used them one day on 25 days of trip to Tasmania in March 2023. I used my heated gloves one day, and even then I only used them because it was raining. It was cold, but it wasn't cold, and it was the only wet day we had, and it wasn't wet the whole day, just early morning it was like a drizzle and mist. And once we got to the snowfield area where we were going, where we thought it'd be freezing cold, it was beautiful and sunny and peeling off layers. So I suppose it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. But yeah, I'll lend these to the mate, and hopefully that all works well. Alright, well, we're off into a very stiff headwind, and I mean very stiff. The fuel economy is going to get knocked around a bit here. Actually, it's not a headwind, it's a crosswind looking at that there. It's a southwesterly. I'm heading pretty well east at the moment. I ummed and ahed which way to go, and do I go the freeway, do I go the country roads? And I thought, well, I'm going to go the freeway down, and that way I've got smooth roads, and I can figure out what I do on the way back. I'm not too worried about going country roads today, because I'll be doing plenty of those in the next week or so. Alrighty, off we go. So I've cruising along on the freeway here, and I'm getting to a point where it's like, okay, you can either go left and go some country ways, or you can go straight ahead, you can go all freeways. And I thought, it'd be nice to, just do some freeway riding for a time, and that sort of thing, and just take your time and go along and this and that. And I went, nah, I'm going to go the country ways. But the only reason is that the way I'm going, I'll come back the freeways, but it's got what do you call them, the tunnels that you've got to go through. And whilst that seems like a interesting thing, it's like, yeah, no. Not this morning. Maybe this hour when I'm just cruising along and it's getting a bit of low sun, and I can say, well, okay, I'll do the tunnels and whatever. But I think for the moment I'll do the country roads. It's probably the way to go. Don't get me wrong, this thing's great on the freeway. I've just been sitting on because it's a fairly big highway. This one double lanes. Boring as, but it's cruising along 100k an hour, doing it really beautifully. Just great. Have a look at these places, will you? Just magic. That's the go. Pity they're right next to a freeway. Yeah, look good. Plenty of land and big sheds and stuff. That's the go. Yeah. All right. Well, about 2k's time, I'm going to turn and take a bit of a detour, I think. Well, we just turned off the motorway. Thank gosh for that. It's the Warrego Highway just turned off, and we're going to head down to Esk. I might even drop in the coffee shop at Esk actually. I'll do that. I'll drop in and have a coffee. I'm sure that my GPS will be having conniptions for a moment and telling me, turn round, turn round. Yep, it is. You've got to turn right up the road now. Anyway, good fun. This is the bit I don't like about this way, is that there's an 80 zone most of it, so it's a bit boring. But apart from that, it's not too bad. That beautiful view across there. Hopefully the sun's not ruining that. Across that little dam all the way through. There's another lake over in that way, somewhere called Lake Clarendon. It's hardly a lake, it's a small water dam for water supply to Gatton. Yeah, this is the bit I don't like here. It's got this big 80 zone. It's a fair distance. It could be 100, but I'd say there's been accidents here at some stage that someone's pulled out of a side road and had an accident or two, and then the council's decided, no, you're all going to pay the price. It's all going to be 80. So, yeah, beautiful little ride, but probably could be 100k an hour. Love that house there. I wonder if that's for sale. Home of the year. That's probably a good reason why it is. That's lovely. That'll be the go. Be a bit warm down here in summer, but apart from that, nice place. Alrighty, continue on through these country roads. Hopefully, that's a song that I hope they're playing tonight at the Gabba. For those that are not AFL fans, have a look. Google Charlie Cameron Country Road. That's why I'm getting early to see my sisters. They're all going to the footy tonight. I'm not going, but yeah, they're all off to the footy tonight. So hopefully they have a win. Not that my mate Craig, who's in the area for a month with work, who's a Port Adelaide fan, he won't be hoping for Country Road. He'll be hoping it's a fairly quiet night with the crowd, because he's going to the footy as well, but he's a Port Adelaide fan. Alrighty, just screaming along here at 80. So we're going on the Gatton Esk Road, or Esk Gatton Road if you come the other way. Not that it changes. But yeah, heading through that way, and yeah, it's currently fairly cool. About 12 degrees. And the shade bits that I'm getting as I go underneath these trees, they're very cool. Not as much breeze down here, which is nice, so I think this afternoon coming home will be pretty good until I hit the mountain track back up to Toowoomba, and then it'll be a bit cold. Anyway, I've got to get some fuel in Esk, so I might get some fuel and put some fuel into me, being a coffee, and then I'll keep rolling on from Esk. It'll be a one-stop job today, I think. Just stop at Esk, about 30 k's, and then ride about an hour and a half through to where I'm going. Welcome to Esk, home of the Esky. Not really, but I told my niece that once. This is going to Esk, it's the home of the Esky. Really? No, it's not. It is cold though. Not today, it's nice. It's 15 degrees at the moment, so it's warmed up beautifully. It's a sharp little corner, that. That's Middle Street, apparently. My GPS was telling me I was going to turn there. Stop having conniptions. The old GPS stopped having conniptions, and it's telling me to go the back way now, so it just took a little while to figure it out. It's about 15 minutes longer going this way, but it's a heck of a lot more interesting. I'll give you the tip. Ooh, smell. Not you can smell it on film, but smell that bushfires. Actually, not bushfires. They're just house fires, just the stoves and things like that people got lit up. Oh, it's Saturday morning. Why not? Let's have a market. I don't know if the rest of the world's like that. I'd like to find out, but gosh, Australia loves a market on a Saturday morning. Even better is a Sunday morning market. There was my favourite cafe just there on the right, that building that looks abandoned. What's it now? Oh, it's a psychologist now, which was sort of what it was before. It was a coffee shop, sort of like a psychologist place, isn't it, in its own little way. Now we've just got to figure out how damn busy this service station's going to be. She's taken off a bit, Esk, in the last couple of years. Big IGA there, and it's got a bit more populated. Cyclists about the place doing road riding, but it's massive for the rail trail riding, the mountain bikes on these rail trails. That's really taken off. That's a big thing now, the old rail trails. There's the servo up on the left, one and only. I always reckon we could have a second one here. Nash's Gallery, a good cafe. Well, it's a tiny, tiny bit busy. I might go and have a coffee first and then come back to the servo. Hey, what do you reckon? Come on, mate, let's go. We're in. They're all doing diesel, of course they are. Unleaded 91, super 98. There we go, good to go. Well, that was the Brisbane Valley Roasters at Esk, and that is very, very good, very clever. He's built out of shipping containers, as you can see there, and it is busier than busy. But it's very good. So get yourself down to the Brisbane Valley Roasters. It's right on the rail trail for the likes, which has got a big event on here this weekend, which is why they're really busy. But plenty of parking there for cars, bikes and other things, and dogs, and definitely worth a visit. Good coffee, good food, and best of all, excellent service. The owner is a champion. Absolute champion bloke. Yeah, a bit of a chat with him. He's really looking after his customers. Good guy. Oh, here we go. We on? We're away. Now I think there might be a bit of a delay down the road here, but we'll soon find out. There's a bit of traffic around the joint. And I just had a quick look on Google Maps before I left, and it said that there was an accident down at Toogoolawah, so we're about to find out what's going on down there. But we're filled up with fuel, filled up with food, and we're off and racing. Alright, so we're just coming through Toogoolawah, and looked on the map before I left Esk, and it was telling me that, now that was Google Maps I looked on, and it was telling me that there was an accident up here. Now, the reason it was telling me that is because a lot of people don't know, because they're rusted onto the brand of, oh, Google Maps is really good, or they're rusted onto Waze is really good. Well, guess what? They're the same company. Google Maps bought out Waze, and it was a Waze user who put up the information, which was about nearly an hour ago now, that it was put up online that there was an accident here at Toogoolawah. So we'll see what whether it's still here, or whether it's been skull dragged off the road, or what went on. So far so good, but there's a little bit of Toogoolawah to go. Oh, what's that up ahead? It also said there was a police car doing some speed checks up this way too somewhere. That's right, it's 80 through here, not 60. They're good to go. Oh, there we are, on the right. You can see the car with the damage to it. That's the one. She's had a bit of a bingle, bit of a nose to tail. There's the one. So that's a good bit of work. It's off the road now, so road's clear. Come on, champ. 100k now. Giddy up. Now, I've turned the camera on because just up here, my GPS is not telling me to do it, but your Google Maps may do. It'll tell you to take a road up here called Gregors Creek Road. Now, if you're in your car, yeah, it's a minute quicker, big deal. If you're on your Spyder or your motorbike, I would suggest that you actually do take Gregors Creek Road. Why? Because it is just a brilliant bit of road. It's very scenic, and it's got plenty of twists and turns, and it's reasonable road. Reasonable, not great, but reasonable. And one car followed me. There's a few that didn't. But yeah, you just got to be aware that some of the corners are a bit, how's your father? But yeah, as for getting up and going, yeah, get up and go. Have a crack at it. All right, I'll take a few happy snaps along the way with regards to a bit of footage. But yeah, I'm going to just kick back and enjoy this. There's a few sports cars come back from the other way just before, and they were fairly hoiking. So you got to watch yourself through here, through Gregors Creek. There was one Lotus followed by one Ferrari. I think they were looking for the same thing I was, some twisty windy roads, and they were fairly going. And yeah, using their fair share of the road. And I thought, boys didn't take much notice of our world news over the weekend, but oh well, boys will be boys. Yes, but no, it's a beautiful bit of road, Gregors Creek. You go across the Brizzy River, go left to the swimming area. It's nice down there. Look at that magic. Concentrate the road, mate. Okay, so I've just come through some twisties, and I'm just going through some other little ones here before I get on a bit more. And while I'm on the straight, I thought I'll have a bit of a yak here. Gotta say, I've had that sway bar on for a little while now. It's the Baja Ron one. Previously I'd used the Rabbit, or what is now the Signature bar, and which is an Australian made bar, but I've gone to the Baja Ron this time, just something different. A few other guys had them on their RTs, and I must say, with that combined with my YSS shock absorbers on the front, giddy up. Oh, and I've got a Wilburs on the back. That handled beautifully through there. That was really good. Not much roll, and for a big beast that it is, and it is a big beast, a big red beast, roll big red, sorry mate, but it handles pretty well for a big RT compared to what it was with the standard shocks and standard bar on it. So yeah, big fan. Oh yeah, I know this bit. I'm so used to coming through it from the other way and not this way. That's okay. Couple of modi bikes, that's excellent. This is where it would have been good to have no other cars or vehicles on the road, but that's okay. Still fun. So you come up over this bit and it dips down around to the left pretty quickly. And it twists all the way, and we do a bit of downhill, get a bit of a view of the hills around it. Well, hopefully I just captured that, because that was the second one that did that, and they look like Harleys. I'm not sure, but I think I just had two Harley riders give me a nod, but, as in a bit of acknowledgement that they're humans. Bugger me. Well, just on the outskirts here of Woodford, which will be packed full of people. Let's see if our mate here on the bike gives me a nod or a wave. He does, yep. Good on you, mate. Little tip of the head. I found the motorcyclists up here since I left Esk. So they're north side Brisbane people mostly, I'd say, / sunny coast. They're all much friendlier, including the Harley riders. Yeah. Give a nod and a wave. It's been good. So I just missed him on film, or on footage, but passed a motorcyclist who was going the other way, and he's reaching up on the top of his helmet, tapping the top of his helmet. If he was any blacker, he'd have been black with his colours. He had black bike, black shorts, black pants, black boots, black jacket, black helmet with a dark tinted visor on it. And of course he told me that this car was up here in front, because he was tapping the top of his helmet saying, "Look out, there is a police car." And it's just taken off now. It looks like a hooked dial, mate. Sorry about that, mate. So yeah, the police car's been doing the patrol up and down, which is fair enough. Trying to protect people on a crazy bit of road, but yeah, it's very busy traffic-wise. It's Saturday morning, and it's rather busy. So yeah, good bit of work there. The same thing back to old mate, just tapping the top of the helmet, just to let him know that there's a police car up on top, and he's good. I'll just tell the police officer I was opening my vent, which, yep, it's open, beauty. Oh, nearly there. Been a nice ride, beautiful day for it. I'm going to take the freeway all the way home, just because it's quicker and easier, but I probably won't film any of that. I'll probably just set the cruise control on and go like the clappers on the highway, just sit on 100 and enjoy it. But no, that's been a nice little ride through there. Really enjoyable. Anyway, well, that is me. I've enjoyed my ride. From here on in, it's going to get really busy. Bits of freeway and lots of traffic and cars going everywhere. So I'm going to turn the camera off. But yeah, that's my ride from Toowoomba, coming through the back way through Esk and the hinterland in behind Caboolture. coming over to visit some family and drop some stuff off. Alright, have a nice day, people, and if you can, get out on your Spyder. It's beautiful weather at the moment in Queensland. What's that thing? Beautiful one day, perfect the next. Must have been beautiful yesterday because perfect today. Alright, have a good one.